commercials.
Oh, is that the problem? The burger commercials?
Wasn't it burger commercials?
Yeah, she's doing Carl's Jr. I think.
Carl's Jr. Yeah.
Or it was Carl's Jr. They were making that ridiculous run of like
really sexy
chicks just eating sloppy burgers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
While washing cars or something.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would make those commercials now, huh?
No.
Like the internet would get real mad.
Yeah, they would be run out of business.
Yeah.
I say they lean into it.
Just
go
for it.
Overtly sexist.
Well, you saw did you see the Joe Rogan, did you listen to the Joe Rogan episode with Robert Downey?
No.
Yeah.
And they talked about, could you make Tropic Thunder nowadays?
He goes,
and that's
could.
not even that old.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, you could just be, it wouldn't be massively accepted like it was then.
Which is weird because it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only a comedy, and they talked about this.
Yeah.
Robert Downey talked about it. He's like, they were shining a light on how stupid that person is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that would still work today.
Yeah, I don't
because
think
he didn't do it earnestly. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
this wasn't earnestly them hiring Robert Downey Jr. to play a black actor. No, this was them hiring him to
play an actor playing a black actor.
Yeah.
Like
Which
that's
like,
the joke.
Like all of those characters were designed to be like, this is how stupid
a satire of those
actors can be sometimes. It was like the worst of all of them. It was the fucking coked up comedy guy. It was the rapper who didn't really act, you know what I mean? And wasn't a real, his portrayal. It wasn't really him. And then it was the action star chasing Oscars. You know what I mean? Like it was like, hey, these are the worst people in Hollywood. Let's make a movie about these guys.
Yeah. And of course, then you have Jay, who's just trying to be an earnest, really good actor.
And he was the young guy who was like, wasn't jaded yet.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect. It was Ben Stiller's, I think, best work. If you go like anywhere, and Ben Stiller's done some great shit too. People forget like how vast his catalog is, But Tropic Thunder, I think, it holds up now. A lot of comedies from back then don't hold up because it's like you see them once and you're like, okay. And you watch them again, they just get less and less funny each time.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder stays great, and I think if they were to do that movie now, I think it would still do big numbers because, again, it was making fun of the fact that these people are idiots.
Yeah.
Not celebrating them in any way.
No, I agree with that.
It would still get a lot of backlash though, no, because of people who wouldn't see it, would only see that like a trailer and just blow up about it. You know what I mean? Because like that's
they'd be
how
more careful about how they like advertised it.
Yeah,
like they would call them dumb idiots in the trailer. There would be a scene of somebody calling that character an idiot, a dummy, or something like that, and then
they would be calling out like exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
like I think they did it in the original trailers too. For it too, they had the famous line, "I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude."
Yeah.
To try and give you an idea of
what
this
course.
character is.
But yeah, I just think I think the social media landscape now would just be.
I do agree with you. Like there would definitely be a group of people out there that would take offense to it.
Yeah, just because that's what they do.
Like a lot of things, it would be a very vocal minority.
Of course, yeah. And then people would be making fun of them because that's what happens.
The way the internet works. It's very cyclical. It's like a snake eating its tail.
Yep. It's the head of a snake eating the head of a snake. A lot of times. And then also in that interview, Joe Rogan kept bringing up Simple Jack and like saying the word retard. But Robert wouldn't say it.
Robert wouldn't even say the word retard.
Yeah.
Now I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, but he's like you're not gonna say.
He's
He's like
Downey Jr. just being smart.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm okay with that. With Robert Downey Jr. being like, look, that's not really.
At one point, Downey even said he's like, my stock's not gonna go down after this podcast. I'm not gonna pull a Musk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting podcast. You don't get a lot of long form interviews with Downey Jr. anymore, and like it was like a very good one. He rides that weird thing of like like actors will take themselves like too seriously, and it's like their art and their fucking bullshit and blah blah blah. Which like it's like a double edged surge because like those guys are usually the best actors, but then there's just like
kind of cunts about it.
Like you don't want to fucking listen to him talk. Downey Jr. was like, yeah, you have to take it seriously, but then like you have to remind yourself it's all bullshit, you know? And like he rides that line kind of perfectly. I think that's why everyone likes him. It's because he's genuine about being like the kind of dude that he is, but then like when he gets down to it, he's like really fucking like into it and shit.
Speaking of getting down into it, comes naturally. We are
Joe,
Mike,
I'm Cody. Welcome to this week's episode, everybody, which is sort of not really a planned thing, but was sort of kind of a planned thing, but not well planned.
It's one of those non-planned plans.
Yeah. You know, like, hey, I guess we're going to do this next week.
Today.
Hopefully someone remembers.
and no one did.
Well, one person remembered.
I remembered.
I don't think you knew though. I think when you got in here, you're like, oh yeah.
You're like, fuck, I need to come up with something.
I mean,
now.
I didn't text you about it
need a-
yesterday, but
We should do a face-off.
Yeah.
and this episode is powered by Death Wish Coffee.
Because we all have a death wish. Is that there?
I was going to say it's...
I wonder, did they ever do any cross-promotion with the movie Death Wish?
I don't think so.
Would have been
Nope.
cool.
I just saw an ad pop up say now available on
a Kurt
Keurig.
Russell branded
Right.
coffee.
Or a what's his name? Bronson.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That was even more classic.
Yeah. But
Did you guys ever see the Bruce Willis Death Wish?
I went with you.
Did you?
Yeah. Remember?
No.
Apparently not.
I mean, I remember seeing it. I don't
Apparently it's
remember.
forgettable. I wasn't there with you guys.
It was okay. It was
Yeah.
just like I wasn't mad that I watched it or anything, but it had like no lasting power.
I like that one he did a couple years ago. That was essentially the same thing, where his kid got killed. That sentence, right?
That's Kevin Bacon.
Didn't Bruce Willis do something along those lines too?
Well, I don't know, but that sentence.
That sentence was, yeah, I love that movie too. That movie was fucking ridiculously violent.
Yeah. It was not a. Kevin Bacon spoke fluent Spanish, which really helped him because the bad guys were Spanish.
Yeah, it's very true.
I just remember hearing them because like I grew up in Yuma, so like when I hear people speak Spanish, I could tell if they're fluent or if they're like just getting it.
Uh-huh.
And then Kevin Bacon spoke, and I was like, "Oh shit," because he had like a full dialogue at one moment with somebody, and I was like, "This guy really speaks Spanish." Or he's just a good actor. I don't know. One of those two things happen.
One of the few good American actors.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's no young
We are
ones.
sure he's American, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's American. He
I've done the
fucking better
research.
be. I've looked it up. So, anyways, what our face-off episode is basically we're going to go down the list of movies done by John Travolta and Nicolas Cage to try to determine who's better.
Yeah.
Not who's a better actor, but whose movies are better
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
bulk. And it's a
we-
long list.
We have to like kind of weed this out because I'm not looking at the list in front of me because I already know everything about these two actors.
Okay.
But I'm willing to guess that Nicolas Cage has been in like twice as many movies as
Oh, I think that's an understatement.
yeah, at least as John Travolta.
I mean, I don't think I can count.
So I think we
This
have
many.
to like look at their like wide release, you know,
Stuff
more
that didn't
well
go
known.
straight to DVD.
Yeah, none of that
Yeah.
shit. None of that video on
That
demand
knocks
or
away
streaming only
most
kind of stuff.
Nicolas Cage's movies.
Well, a lot of John Travolta's too.
Yeah, but like
True.
there is a stretch for Travolta, just like a stretch. Like we're kind of looking at their primes, like their best handful of movies.
You know what's funny about, you ever like look at the covers of a DVD or something and know that it was never in theaters?
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Like you go to
Just shitty
IMDb.
Photoshop jobs.
Yeah, you go to IMDb and you can just see a cover and you're like, that was direct to video.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, sometimes like they won't use the cover art that was actually used, and it bugs the shit out of me. Like Netflix does that a lot.
Netflix will literally have different art,
in different categories.
like on the same page but in different categories.
Yeah,
I was like, hold.
I went like because like cover art's not like a real thing anymore, really.
No.
But like at least give me like the main poster should be the cover art.
Right.
iTunes does that too, where they always like every time I go in there, like
It's
there's
something different, right?
Yeah. The MCU ones have like changed like 15 times.
Yeah.
Like every time a new one comes out, all of them have changed somehow.
Yeah.
Like to just be just the character with a colored background, or
Cover art and something changed after I purchased it.
oh yeah, iTunes does it all the time.
Yeah, because I was looking at my menu, I was like, this wasn't what it used to look like.
Just every now and then scroll through your iTunes and be like, well, those are different covers.
Which I don't like, because the Marvel ones, a lot of the original covers looked really dope. And
Yeah.
now these newer ones are just kind of like, they're like, you have the character from the film, and then it's just, like you said, a colored background.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Like, you have amazing art, like amazing posters,
Yeah.
but this is what you fucking give us?
It's awful.
Yeah. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. For a long time, they used to have the colored background with the sewer with the picture of them from the movie, right?
Yeah.
First one, second one, unfortunately the third one.
Third one's not on Netflix.
It's not.
How dumb is that?
Which is by far one of the worst.
Well, I know,
movies.
but you got 1, 2, and TMNT on there. Like,
Yeah,
you
well.
should have the third one on there.
And TMT legitimizes
Let
the
me
third
torture
one.
myself.
It's literally
easily.
one of those buy two, should just get one free.
Yeah. I mean, I have it on iTunes because I bought the pack,
Yeah.
but like,
But
just
Netflix,
let
it
me
should
watch
just
it
been
while
like-
I'm on Netflix.
Yeah.
I watched the first one and the second one while I was working out, and then I watched TMNT. I was like, hey, why did I skip this here?
You know,
Netflix.
TMNT actually legitimizes the third one, right?
Yeah, because it has
It has the lantern.
the lantern in it.
I was like, well, you guys could have easily not done that, but you did it, so I guess it's canon.
People that me loved it.
Yep.
What's funny is even as a kid, when I watched that, however old I was when it came out, I was like, oh, this one's not as good as the other ones. Like, I still loved it because it's a Ninja Turtle movie, you know? But I was just like, oh, they're not going to make any more of these for a while.
Yeah, it was,
You could tell by the costumes, I think, for me, what it was. It was like, they don't look as good as the first one.
yeah, they were pretty rough. But yeah, if you go look at the ones on iTunes now, it's got one of the turtles, but it's not the ones from the movie. I think it's the one from like the TV show.
Oh, yeah, one of them does that. Yeah.
And it's I think it's the
TV
third
show
one.
was yikes.
Yeah, and it's like it. I'll pull it up on my phone so I can show Joe because I don't think he
'cause
owns
I don't
them at
own
all.
any of them on iTunes or anything like that.
Scoffed over there.
I'm not rich like you, Mike. I can't buy all these like digital shows and stuff.
Well, you could choose better.
You could choose better.
I just
Ninja
don't.
Turtle. How many movies do you have in your
All
iTunes
three
library?
have all
I
three
think
have the ones from the TV show.
70 total.
I have like 108. It's not like I'm way past you.
That's way past me. Oh yeah.
So that's
I do
one.
remember those,
So it's
yeah.
Leo in the first one.
That is like the weird live action TV show, or it was the
Almost looks like the ones from the when they were the band.
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The band, yeah.
So Donnie's in the second
The
one.
only difference is that the band had
And
had
my-
like the
my-
weird like Kiss style bandanas and stuff.
Yeah. And the third one, as you'll clearly see, I don't own. But that's the
God, it looks so awful.
so fucking terrible. It's like the worst picture of Mikey
It's so,
possible.
like rounded and weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's all
that's-
circles.
yeah.
Like,
But then
there's
if
no
you-
other angles in there.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the Mikey one looks flat. For as much as rounded and stuff it
Yeah.
is, it looks very flat.
Well, he's the one that's vignetted into it.
yeah.
Like, I don't know why. Like, if you look at the Leo one, you can see that he had a full body, right? You can
Yes.
see his shoulder.
Yeah.
You look at the one with Donnie, you can see he's got a full shoulder and it looks like it's a full body, right?
Yes.
But then you look at fucking the one with Mikey and it's vignetted into the picture like it's a fucking,
1930s animated movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very right. Yeah.
it's really fucking weird. But if you look, it's funny. It's really funny. If you look at the small image of the triple pack, you can see the old cover art.
Yeah, which was dope.
Yeah, check this out. Watch. Boop. Different covers, except for the second one.
Except for the second one. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's iTunes does weird shit like that though.
That would bother me with the inconsistencies. That's the digital equivalent of buying a box set of like I think the Harry Potters did it, and you have them there, and there's that one in the center that the spine, the like something just doesn't line up on the spine, like a picture is
Like
up
the-
higher.
the-
or lower.
Do I still have it over here? Oh, Futurama. Like those four. They're
None
all
of them. Yeah, they're
yeah.
all different.
They're all different, but at least on
These came out at different times, though.
Well, yeah, but at least at least 3 of the 4, the Fox logos
Like,
in
look at
basically the same
Your
place.
3 disc of Brazil.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like, fuck that, dude.
like
That bugs me
who-
so bad.
and that's a box
Exactly.
too.
yeah, that came together.
Yep,
So who designed that
Some
and
asshole.
okayed it?
some fucking piece of shit.
Some fucking cunt.
But that's like the digital equivalent of that.
And Back to the Future does the same thing on iTunes as well.
Does
So
it?
Back to
I
the Future,
actually have that. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Back to the Future 2.
Okay. So far, just zoom.
And then it's just gonna be
Back to the Future 3. So 2 and 3 look the same.
Yeah.
1 doesn't. But like Bad Boys, they just switched them up, and Bad Boys 1 has the OG cover
I bought those on iTunes because the 2-pack was on sale.
for like $10.
And then I realized that they're both on Netflix. It's like, oh, curses.
I had them already,
You'll
so.
enjoy them.
But the Bond movies did the same thing. Where's the Born Identity movies? Like they switched theirs up too. Like it was just, I don't know, it's weird. Oh yeah, see the like the MCU movies.
Yeah, and I hate that, especially the Captain America ones.
Yeah, they're real fucking lame.
Fucking lame asses.
Yep. The Chronicles of Narnia movies did the same thing. They switched it up.
What?
The Chronicles
The Chronic of Narnia.
of Narnia. Commando has a different cover too.
That would change that movie so much.
Just a weird picture of him smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Which is
not
like-
positive is from that movie.
And it might be.
Is that after he's chopping wood at the beginning?
I think it's one of those, like, he's walking
it's-
around the house doing stuff.
Yeah.
Montage things.
Very out of.
Yeah, dude, because he's not even, like, because you think Commando,
Commando,
you're
he's,
thinking
like,
either
all
shirtless or with
fucking-
that vest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not thinking wife beater doing chores around the house with Alyssa Milano. You know what I mean? Like,
Smoking a stogie.
Oh yeah, so here's the
Smoking a
Bond
stogie.
ones. They did this.
That looks bad.
It's real rough. It's like
is that one of the new ones or the old ones?
they changed all of them. So this is Diamonds Are Forever. So
Yikes.
I mean, technically an older one, 1971, but they did
Yowza.
it. But they did the same thing, like, even with one of the worst ones with Pierce Brosnan.
Die Another Day?
Yeah, it's not GoldenEye.
I can't
No,
remember which one's good.
no.
or which
Gold-
one's
GoldenEye
not.
is the only good one.
GoldenEye was good. Die Another Day wasn't bad. It was
Uh,
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, that one's fucking
was the
terrible.
terrible one.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Doctor No did the same thing. It's just like a white thing with and then there's like a picture of Bond doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know. And they change them up all the time. I mean, I don't know who allows them. I don't know if the studios do it or what, but it's just they randomly put them in there.
I just think there'd be more consistency.
Why do
between
I own
things.
Fate of the Furious? Oh, it was one of the free ones.
Yeah.
I was like-
I think I own one of the Furious movies or 2 of the Furious movies.
which one's Fate of the Furious?
Isn't that 8?
No.
No.
It's spelled with the F.
8?
Oh, actually, it is. It's the 2017 one.
God damn it. I fucking hate that franchise more and more all the time.
Have they officially announced the title of the new one? Or is it just Fast 9 or whatever?
I don't know, man.
Fast Furious 9 or whatever?
As soon as they did Fast 5, I was all like, from then on, you just go Fast 6, Fast 7, Fast 8. And they're like, nah, son, we're going to keep making it dumb.
Yeah, and then like look at Goldfinger or Goldeneye, random cover, right?
Yeah.
Then you have Goldfinger.
Had to get that finger gold, huh?
You don't want to
You
know.
know what I'm
He's Bond.
saying? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird to see like the cover art they change on there, and how they do it.
It'd be interesting to know why they do it.
I think they do it to try to trick people to think it's a different movie. They're like, oh, I haven't seen this one before, because there's
Gonna watch
idiots
this
out there.
again. You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You finished up?
Mhm.
How was it? Good, right?
Yeah.
Like I said,
It's a lot smoother than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting to be. That's
Real.
why I asked for 3. I was like, this is supposed to be like the strongest coffee in the world.
not that bad actually.
No, it's not bad at
Come
all.
on. I don't feel any buzz or anything.
Like last night, I said I was like, I need to upload everything after I got back, and I was like, oh, I'll make a cup of that coffee to see what it's like, right?
Who cares if I sleep tonight?
Yeah,
Right?
fuck it, right? And then I drank it, and I was like, this is not working. And I went right to bed. I didn't have any crazy dreams. I was like, well, okay. Either my body doesn't isn't
Doesn't
affected
process.
by caffeine.
I've
Or
been trying to not drink anything with caffeine after like 1 because I go to bed so early.
Oh, okay.
Because I work so early.
Yeah.
1 p.m. obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the most part, it's hit all right. But then I had something like last week, like a glass of tea or something like that, without thinking about it when we went out to dinner. Like I just naturally ordered it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh no!" Like after I got done with the second one, I was like, "Oh no!" I didn't think about this, and then I couldn't sleep. I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. But I think it's the best coffee I've had in a Keurig yet.
It's up there, yeah. It's just at the smoothness and
Yeah.
how much was the 10-pack?
$12?
Oh, so it's like normal, yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
not
not bad.
that expensive. Like the 50-pack is like not that much either, but I was like I don't want to order 50 of them if they're fucking terrible, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like I could buy one or I could buy a 10-pack and it's like
What's that other brand that's supposed to be like top notch, like something rifle, right? Like
Black Rifle?
Black Rifle.
Yeah.
That's the one I was telling you about.
Yeah, that was the one that you were going to get me the weird holiday bundle or whatever it was.
Yep, but I wasn't going to spend $350 on it. So
Where'd you get that Star Wars?
Love me that much.
what?
The Star
The
Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh, Mom got it at
Like Michaels or some shit, right?
No, Hobby
It
Lobby.
looks like a Michael's thing.
Yeah, it's
But
Hobby
yeah.
Lobby. It's really nice though.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I believe it's keyhold on the back too, so I can just hang it up.
It should be. Stuff like that usually is.
keys in it.
Yep.
Start up. Yeah.
Oh, it's, yeah.
These guys. Little clamps of death.
Yep.
What I call them?
Yeah, Clamps
Yeah.
of Death. So, not bad. Pretty cool.
The weird character lineup they picked, though.
Yeah, it's very strange, right?
Yeah. Like no Leia, no Han, no Chewie. There's a stormtrooper.
Yeah. They're like, we don't know what we're doing. And it's weird because like Boba almost looks like Jango,
Yeah.
but
Well,
he's
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Boba didn't do anything in the movies.
Right?
but you can see it's not even like like movie realistic, but like
it's-
Luke is.
Yeah.
I was like, this is confusing to me.
Like it's dope. It's confusing
Yeah.
how they picked.
It's one of those this is made for casual fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna not like it, but it's like it would have been cooler if it was all the same. But who knows, whatever. All right. So,
What were we talking about?
Face Off.
Yeah.
Not just the movie.
Yeah, but we're
But the
having
stars
an actual
from the movie.
face
Face
off.
Off. Between John Travolta movies and Nicolas
Ooh,
Cage
this could
movies.
be like we could do this every week. Just pick 2 rando actors.
I mean, we could do it every week.
We should probably like prepare a little bit better and just make like their best 5 go head to head with each other.
Yeah, probably.
Talk
So it'll
about
be
them.
like a little bit.
A little more precise.
I'm gonna make a
But
tournament
there could be
bracket.
like a reason behind doing both of them. Like they're both in
Yeah.
a movie and jump off that movie.
Like Face Off.
Yeah,
So
bitch.
that's where we're starting.
That's right.
New
So-
segment, new weekly segment here on Comes Naturally Podcast.
Maybe once a month.
Yeah, let's.
New bi-weekly segment.
Like I said, once a month.
New monthly segment.
There we go. Anyhow. Oh, by the way,
Push it
I'm
next
using
week.
the mug you gave me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because it has a kitty cat on it.
Joe brought this, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I brought
Yeah, I
this.
wasn't really gonna bring a mug. I was like, "Oh, motherfucker got coffee cups."
I thought, if you had your favorite mug, you want
This is the one I always
drink.
drink coffee in when I'm at home.
Yeah, see?
It's nice because it's got the cork bottom.
I know, fancy. And it actually
it
has a
heavy?
little lid here to go along.
It's a
with
lot
it.
lighter than I thought it'd be too.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a to-go thing.
yeah, it's actually a
Oh,
good
you
one.
fancy fuck.
I was
you
actually
fancy
surprised
fuck.
that I found this because I grabbed my coffee cup and I was like, I should probably take the lid. Ooh, where's the lid? And I was like, I'm never gonna find it. I opened up the cupboard for where I keep the cups, and I was like, oh shit, it's right there.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
So, speaking
Face
of
Off.
nailing it, Face Off.
Which both actors nailed it in this movie.
That's right. So,
They did exactly what they wanted to do. Whether or not you like it or not
Yeah.
is irrelevant.
Yeah.
exactly. So, we'll start with John Travolta.
Yes.
So, let's look at a top 5 for John Travolta.
All right.
What do you got?
Well, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Gotta be in there. That's his
Clearly.
best work.
Yep.
Joe, you go.
I know him so well.
Well, he said best, and I was like, oh no.
I got thrown off.
Disco. I mean, some of his older movies
Staying
were some
Alive?
of his better. Staying Alive. That's what.
Yeah,
it was.
there's
Staying
one of those
Alive.
ones that people really, really
Grease.
like. The first one and the second one, Grease probably has to be in there, huh?
Yeah,
That's like pop culturally relevant.
exactly. That's the problem with John Travolta for me. Beyond that, every movie that I know him from is god awful.
Y'all ever seen Michael?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I forgot about Michael.
I loved that movie as a kid. Here, we'll just rattle off some John Travoltas. We have Pulp Fiction,
Grease, Staying Alive,
Michael.
Do you like Urban Cowboy?
I've never seen Urban Cowboy.
Oh,
I've
really?
heard people talk about it so much, and I have no idea what it's about. All I know is going back to cover art at the movie place where I used to rent a movie in Yuma, located in the Big Curve Shopping Center off of 32nd Street. It's no longer there, so don't worry about finding it. Is their cover art was just John Travolta and a mechanical bull in the background.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a movie about mechanical bull riders. Which didn't seem ridiculous to me because I grew up in like rodeos and stuff. But I was like, they probably shouldn't make movies about that. Like, no one goes to the rodeo. Like, well, we have Look Who's Talking.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenal. Yeah, that's the other one. He had that weird streak. It was like
one.
Michael, Phenomenon, Broken Arrow.
So it was the weird streak is Get Shorty, Broken Arrow, Phenomenon, Michael.
Shorty's so good.
Yeah.
Then when She's So Lovely, but then Face Off was after that as well.
Yeah.
Which actually was the same year apparently as She's So Lovely.
And then you had Thin Red Line. That was a good one. Primary Colors was a good one.
What was the one
General's
where Vince
Daughter?
Vaughn beat up his kid? What was that one?
Where Vince Vaughn beat up his kid?
Yeah.
I have
Domestic Disturbance.
Oh, domestic. Yeah, I was about to say it's Domestic Disturbance.
Vince Vaughn was like a stepdad or some shit.
Okay.
It wasn't like he just walked up to a kid and started beating
I
the
was
fuck out
just
of him.
like, wow. Basic wasn't too bad for him.
Yeah. I can't remember. Did I enjoy Ladder 49 or was it garbage?
I can't remember.
Because I know it came out.
Joaquin Phoenix. It had to be okay, right?
I think the movie was terrible though. Because I think it was like Backdraft came out a few years, obviously many years before, or a couple years before that.
It had enough time to breathe for sure.
Hopefully not, because that's how fire spread.
De Niro taught me that.
The doorknob's hot. Bitch, if it's sucking fucking air in through the bottom of the door, don't open the door.
Right.
That's what I learned. And also, don't use an axe and don't kick the door in. You will die. Baldwin. Sorry.
Bitch.
You little bitch. And then, like, you start to see the real, like, the real bad stuff pop up.
Yeah.
Like, starting to throw. But then there's, like, he had this, like, weird family-friendly, like,
Yeah, he's doing like
stuff.
funny kids movies.
He did, like, Wild Hogs. He did, well, not, Hairspray's not really family-friendly, but it's...
That
not,
version was way more family friendly than the OG one.
Yeah, for sure. But he did Bolt, Old Dogs. I actually really enjoyed From Paris with Love. Did you ever see that one?
No.
That one's really fun.
Yeah, he shaved his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Remember he like
it's
slid
fun.
down
It's-
a fire pole
yeah.
upside down, shooting people with
Shooting
two
people?
guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He got like he didn't get like in shape like he was clothed the whole time, but
Yep.
he got in that like
the old man.
I'm gonna pack on
physique.
some muscle
Yeah.
kind of thing. You could tell he had like a big chest and big shoulders and stuff.
Like mid-aged Stallone big.
Okay.
Like that
Yeah,
kind of big.
okay.
Like you never saw him without a shirt on because I'm sure it wasn't like chiseled up, but you could tell like he put in some weight room
Okay.
time in it. I like taking a film 1, 2, 3.
I only saw parts of it. I never seen
The
full movie.
only problem with that movie is they ramp up the bad words in that, like the cursing.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Well, it was
I think I heard
distracting
it.
Oh, okay.
because it was like
gotcha.
it seemed like every line began and ended with a fuck.
He was
Or
yeah,
shit,
and it was
like-
all Travolta's.
Yeah,
That's why I love it though, because he's just yelling into a fucking what are those things called?
the
PA system.
Yeah, the radio.
Yeah.
Radio. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just yelling into the radio 90% of the movie because that's how they're communicating. At one point, he says, like, lick my bunghole, asshole, or something like that. I was like, dang, Travolta.
Yeah. And it was like super violent. Like they really wanted it to make it, like that was the time frame where like they're like
3 people in the face.
Damn.
they're like, let's make rated R movies rated R. And so the two things you always can rely on to make rated R are bad words and extreme violence.
Yeah.
I think if they would have taken it down, like it could have been PG-13 and actually done like business.
Yeah.
They tweaked it a little bit because there's a lot of things I like about that movie. But yeah, there's like some weird shit going on where you're like, that's oddly unnecessary.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you have, because in
Where do you guys stand on Wild Hogs? Like considering it a family movie and taking it for that.
I think it's extremely hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot. I hear people
too.
shit on it all the time.
I saw it in theaters with my family.
But like it's one of those things, like I don't have cable now, but it used to pop up.
Yeah.
And I would like watch it for like 20, 30 minutes until
because
like
there were genuinely funny stuff in it. Yeah.
But then, did you ever watch Old Dogs?
No.
Okay.
Seth Green's in that one though.
Yeah. That was a weird.
That was like they had to like watch a kid for like a couple days, right? Or some shit like that.
I mean, essentially, yeah. They own like a sports marketing thing or whatever, and like, one of their kids or the kid of someone they're dating, I can't remember what the whole thing was, but like they basically have to like be father figures to this.
Two friends and business partners find their lives turned upside down when strange circumstances lead them to be the temporary guardians of 7-year-old twins.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. I
was one of their exes.
I was about to put a weird pause in there that would make it 7-year-old twins.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh,
7
that's
1-year-old
too many
kids.
twins.
Why do we have? Is that 14?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's.
I was like, that math doesn't add up to what that.
It's one of those
says.
movies like where it was supposed to be this really funny type thing, and it was a terrible fucking movie.
Gotcha.
But it was one of those like they just tried too hard to make a family friendly movie with two actors who are always on this cusp of being super inappropriate. Like when you let Robin Williams be Robin Williams.
Oh God, he's super inappropriate.
Yeah, like it gets super dirty.
It's fun though.
But in this one, they're like,
you ever watch his weird like Bobcat movies that he did?
Yeah,
that Bobcat directed, where it's not funny at all. It's super fucked up.
Yeah, but yeah, so Savages he did. But yeah, then he has this like stretch after From Paris with Love. He did Savages, the Killing Season, The Forger, Life on the Line, and Criminal Activities, like back to back, and they're all like super heavy drama-ish movies.
And it's right about this time where I stopped giving a fuck about any movie. Which
and I think like half of those are like probably direct to DVD.
And then, but they weren't like, well, Killing Season definitely was. Savages came out and could have been good, but it had that whole bullshit false ending thing on it. Where like it gave you the ending, and you're like, "Oh, that was fucked up,"
and they're like, "This is what really happened."
No, not really. And it like rewinds back, and they shoot like the better ending,
happy ending.
And I was like, you could have just let the bad guys win and everyone die, and it would have been kind of fucking cool. You know what I mean?
They Wayne's World it.
Yeah, but like
in the worst way possible.
Yeah, the worst way.
John Travolta just sitting there going, doo
Scooby Doo ending.
So like, Killing Season for sure was.
I want to say the Forger was too.
Yeah, because I don't even really know that one. But yeah, looking at them, like, I don't think any of these next ones. So my list, it goes...
those in theaters.
Forger, Life on the Line, Criminal Activities, In the Valley of Violence, I Am Wrath. Gotti came out in theaters, but was like, nope.
Super pan.
Everybody was like,
shit on
no,
that movie.
We're not doing this. And then like left like 2 hours later. I think it stopped in the middle of showings. And they're like, nah, this movie's done, guys. Sorry.
Wasn't it? Didn't it have like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes too?
Yeah, it had like the worst Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, 0%.
Speed Skills, Trading Paint, The Poison Rose, Pitbull 3. And the Fanatic's supposed to be good though, right? That's
everyone's saying like, he's like he plays this a super fan essentially of this one guy, but he's got mental deficiencies.
Oh yeah, that now that I see the poster,
and like apparently like it's like one of his best performances ever, but people are shitting on it because it's too fucking like dark.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's called The Fanatic. It's about a guy who's a hardcore super fan.
This was the movie directed by Fred Durst.
Yeah.
And written by him too.
Yeah.
Fred Durst is low key like what is that other big one he did? Frailty?
Frailty, yeah.
Which was like Okay, Fred Durst. He can direct movies. All right, we didn't know that.
Right.
Yes, I mean,
But I mean, he's had stretches where it was just like, yeah, solid movie, good movie, solid movie. Where you guys stand on Swordfish?
I don't like that movie.
I think it's an okay movie.
Yeah, I think it's just okay. One of the things I liked it a lot more when it first came out, and I was only like,
it's no Battlefield Earth.
13, 14 or something like that.
That's how bad it is.
So fucking terrible. The movie's so bad.
I've never seen that.
You've never? Oh,
I've
don't.
seen
I've seen
small
parts
chunks of it.
Yes.
You've never seen it either?
I've never seen it.
I want to watch it fully, like a little bit. A part of me was like, we should probably watch this.
We need to do a torture theater on that movie.
Torture theater.
Yeah.
What fucking year is this,
dude?
Jesus.
We need to bring that back to that fucking movie. Yeah, like in the next few weeks, if we don't have like a sequel to watch before we see something, we should watch that movie because
you fucks never got back to me on that.
You can figure out yourself.
Bond. We'll just do Bond. We don't have to do anything else.
Fuck him. Let's do all the other ones.
Okay, fuck me. Whatever.
You want to do all the Bond movies?
No. Just the Daniel Craig ones.
Just the Daniel Craig ones?
Oh, you better plan that now because that shit's in like 2 months.
Months. I have to.
It's like March 30th. We need to fucking like 4 other movies we have to fit
we
in
can
there.
start today. Oh, somebody's got to go to a concert.
Do you have to go to a concert?
I'm going to a concert tonight, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We get done at 4 anyway every day, so.
Going to concerts and shit.
Yeah.
My bad, sorry. I told you guys about this concert like in August, so.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to fucking remember that? Nope. You should know better. Don't give us information before it's important to us.
That's why I told you about it the other night.
Yeah,
so you remember about it. But it's the Motion City reunion thing or whatever.
Gotcha.
I often forget that that he John Travolta showed up in Austin Powers.
Yeah,
in
it's the
Gold
movie
Member,
version of Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
Of Goldmember.
He Goldmember, sorry. He that was like the last era where you can get away with cameos and still be surprised in the theaters.
Yeah.
The last movie to ever do it was Tropic Thunder, I think.
With Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, people knew Tom Cruise was in it, but they fucked him up so much that like it took me halfway through the movie and seeing him a couple scenes to realize that was Tom Cruise, which is the best thing you could do.
And then of course the credits scene with him is.
You remember they announced they were gonna do a movie about Les Strossman, something like that,
so.
whatever that guy's character is. Like it was a go. Like they had it approved and they were writing the script and it fell apart. I was like, give me a full movie. This is like a perfect time for it because that could be a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
But I don't think Tom Cruise would probably do a Netflix movie.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people doing Netflix movies.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of people.
But he's got so many big franchises right now. It's hard for him to like do. If it was something like a standalone, this is the only thing they're doing with it. I could see it happening, but he's such a still big draw, and like obviously with Top Gun 2 coming out and Mission Impossible fucking.
Have you guys
94
watched Top Gun recently?
No.
I mean, in the last few years, I have.
How's it hold up for you compared to how you liked it when you were a kid? Does it take a hit?
Not really.
To me, it kind of took a hit.
It's
really simple.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
Like,
it's not a
very straightforward movie.
Yeah, it's not a deep movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
But even back then, I knew it wasn't. But it's very.
But I remember it being like
80s though,
emotional and action packed because like Goose died and
spoiler. I mean,
I don't think we have to. I can say it afterwards. So retroactively work. But like I watched it when they announced the new one was coming out, and Jen had never seen it, and it's been probably 10 years since I'd seen it. I was like, well, we're watching this. And then I was like, that's still good. As good as I remember it being. Like, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not a a plot heavy movie by any stretch of imagination. Not that a lot of his movies are plot heavy, but that one was like pretty fucking simple. It's also a very bizarre movie because it doesn't really have a antagonist in it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like there's not like a
because like Iceman's right.
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing I took away. I was like, oh yeah, Val Kilmer was totally right.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was a shitty person
Yeah.
for like a lot of that movie.
Yeah, like a bulk of it. Because then you have the end, you have the dogfight, like the real one. And you're like, this kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't this escalating thing. Like all of a sudden, it's then we have to go fight Miggs. You know what I mean? Like, that seems weird. But. It was very weird to me. I also always thought like because it was filmed in San Diego, Miramar. I was like, oh, like we have Russian planes that close to us. No, we don't. They're not
So
in.
weird, yeah.
They're across the ocean at that
The
point.
ocean's not as big as you think. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, it's
pretty
okay.
close.
Yeah, but yeah, it's weird because it's like one of those movies where like, the bulk of that movie there is no real antagonist,
Yeah.
and just the end of it has an actual real dogfight with real actual like enemies, and you're like, this whole movie was just about him being a shitbag of a person, and almost everybody except for the guy who's the bully being okay with it. I was like, wow, who's the monster in this movie?
Yeah.
Is it Tom? Is it Maverick? Maverick's a dick. I think he gets redeemed at the end, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little
Anyhow.
too late though.
Yeah.
Lost your palate ER. Yeah. Dummy.
'Cause
Because he was
anyhow,
in ER.
he wasn't here. He's also from Revenge of the Nerds, so
Pet Cemetery?
yep.
What an underrated run he went on, huh? He was in some good shit.
Yeah, man.
All right,
right.
so let's try to figure out. All right, our best Travolta movie is pretty universal, right? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
You just want to do like, what do you guys would think his second best would be?
Second best to me would probably either be Grease or
We don't have to rank them. We'll just kind of get a rough top five, and we'll run.
so Pulp Fiction, Grease. I would probably say Get Shorty,
Yep.
Michael, because I prefer it over Phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Phenomenon, actually, just to round it out. That or Staying Alive. Yeah, I'd say Staying Alive over Phenomenon.
Really?
Yeah. In my brain, at least. That's mine.
Because I pretty much agree with you up until that. I would say either Phenomenon or Basic.
Basic's a good one, too, though.
Basic's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would almost say Basic to round it out.
What do you say, Michael?
I think I'll side with Basic on this one for top five.
Yeah.
Okay, so we going Basic?
Yeah.
So we have Pulp Fiction,
We a
Grease.
bunch of basic bitches.
Yeah. So Pulp Fiction, Grease.
Got both of you. Yeah.
I
We hang
mean,
out too much.
Right?
it's true. So Pulp Fiction, Grease, Get Shorty, Michael, and Basic.
Yeah.
So those are the five we're going with.
I'll write it down.
Write it down, motherfuckers. All right, so let's talk some Nick Cage while our statistician writes down the notes. Might get a statistician. If you he's done so many movies.
He's done a lot of
In the last decade, it's been like at least 3 movies a year.
What was... I'm missing one. Pulp Fiction, Grease, Michael, Basic, and what was the other one?
Get Shorty.
Get Shorty. That's right.
And actually, on that topic, I was going to ask, do you guys like Be Cool as a sequel to Get Shorty?
I mean, I like it, but
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think it's as good.
It's not, right?
It's not as.
It's
not
a
as
different
well
movie.
Yeah, it's a whole. They did like aliens thing to
Yeah.
it. Like they switched genres quite a bit.
But
Okay.
The Rock being a gay cowboy, bouncer, hitman person, whatever. Bodyguard.
Jesus Christ! I was like,
Yeah,
that's a
he was
lot
all
of
those
it.
things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic because when he's getting that outfit in that fucking like cowboy store, you're like, oh, The Rock's an actual fucking actor.
Yeah, that was
Who's
the
like-
first time anybody knew it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he had up to that point he had
It's
done
just been like-
Scorpion King, Rundown, and I think Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
And so it's all, action, a little bit of
Yeah.
comedy. This one, no real action in it for him, all comedy, and he's hanging in there. He had scenes with Vince Vaughn where he shined. He had scenes with Harvey Keitel where he stole, and Travolta, where you're just like, he's the most charismatic one on the screen right now.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, this guy, because even me being like a super Rock fan from wrestling, and I was going to every movie no matter what it was. That was the first time I was like, oh, he's not going back to wrestling. Because I was thinking he was going to do like a 5-year run and then go back and wrestle full time again.
Yeah.
When I saw Be Cool, I was like, he ain't coming back. Like he might come back every now and then, but I was like a little bummed out. It made me sad. I was like,
Oh,
he's
we
gone
lost
for
him.
good.
Yeah.
Like he's way too good.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like you see him, and I always go back to the cowboy clothing store, and he goes from being this like tough bodyguard to being this like sassy cowboy. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
How did he do this? Because Mike said it's like action, like Rundown has some comedy stuff in it, but then you have this, and you're like, oh my god, he's an actor. Shit.
He does this scene where he's trying to get into movies, and Chili Palmer's character is obviously like a producer, and so Chili Palmer tells him, he's like, well, give me a monologue, and he does both characters from a monologue from Bring It On.
Okay.
And he's doing like the one girl, it was like the black girl and the white girl in that movie, and he stands here, he does the lines, and he walks over and he faces the other direction, he does the line, and he's just going back and forth, and Uma Thurman and John Travolta are just staring at him all confused the whole time. Dude, I was laughing so fucking hard at that scene.
Nice. I'll have to go back and watch that sometime.
Yeah, it's good times.
All right, do we have a consensus number one for Nick Cage off the top of our heads? We're going to start there.
The Rock.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's the top,
All
peak.
Because right off the bat, for Nick Cage, The Rock, Con Air, I mean, we Face Off. Obviously, we can include that here. Shit, what are some of the other ones?
I mean, if you look actually,
National Treasure for me.
If you look at Leaving Las Vegas to City of Angels, there's 5 movies right there that are like easily his top.
Yes.
5, like could be his top 5 in order: Leaving Las Vegas, The Rock, Con Air, Face Off, City of Angels.
Yeah, City of Angels is a rough watch, man.
Yeah.
That was one of those. Nah, you don't get.
She didn't just die, by the way.
Yeah,
she didn't just die. She got hit by a fucking log truck. A log truck.
Head on. She didn't even get the fucking Final Destination treatment.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, nah, splat.
Super dead. Like not even hospitalized. Dead. Like dead. Anyhow,
he was great in Lord of War.
Yeah.
He was good in it. I didn't like that movie though.
You didn't like that movie?
Nah,
I like that movie.
I love Fat Jared Leto in that movie.
Fat Jared Leto was pretty cool.
Fantastic and Kick-Ass, Drive Angry. I haven't seen a lot of these newer ones.
He was good in Wind Talkers. He was good in Adaptation, even though it was fucking bonkers crazy.
It's the one where he played twins, right?
Yeah.
I still want to see Mandy.
Oh, it's so good. So fucking ridiculous.
Of course, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Matchstick Men. That was a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I own that movie. I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's
Sam
right up your
Rockwell,
fucking alley.
dude?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
dude.
Sam Rockwell flick.
Yeah, dude. I think that's where I like really discovered Sam Rockwell too. I was like, this fucking guy.
Again,
Amazing.
real fans. Ninja Turtles 1. Like, who is this thug in the Foot Clan?
Yeah.
He's good. He's going to be the biggest star of all these actors someday.
Well, I mean, you weren't wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Well, also, I didn't think that at the time.
Yeah, I figured.
But the first time I recognized that it looks like the dude from Ninja Turtles, I was like, this guy's actually a good actor. What the fuck happened? What's going on here?
But then there's this like good chunk of like terrible movies too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Travolta had the same thing. That's why I like these two, because they had this oddly similar, like, they've both been at, like, the apex of, like, success in terms of box office and critical recognition. Say it?
Recognition?
There we go.
I was like, what word is he trying to say?
Is I'm on an edible and the highest caffeine coffee in the world, so words aren't going to come out great right now.
Good. All right. This episode brought to you by Mike losing his shit.
But then with all that like success, and they just had horrible runs too, like just really shit terrible runs, and they're both kind of weird, eccentric. They take odd swings in movies, so you don't really know what you're gonna get out of them. They're kind of like the perfect people to compare.
It really is.
Like and there's this like sprinkling of just fucking terrible. So you have like, so if you go Matchstick Men, National Treasure, okay, arguably, not arguably, but like two good movies next to each
Yes.
other, right? I'm not a huge fan of National Treasure, but
I love
it's
them.
I will always say it's not a terrible movie.
Yeah.
It's no The Librarians.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that statement. Also.
I agree with that statement too, and I like
fuck
that.
the Librarians.
I like those movies.
So then you have Lord of War, arguably not a great movie.
But
He
I
does a
like
great
it.
job in
Yes.
it, right? You have The Weatherman, terrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
Terrible movie. I'm not gonna bring up The Ant Bully because it was a
I
voice.
feel about Family Man.
I don't like Family Man either.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, but then you have World Trade Center, terrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
And also,
it
made
was just
way too close to
yeah, of
to
course,
9/11.
yeah.
Like nobody was ready for that movie.
Wicker Man, terrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, arguably not great, but also
You know what's
not the worst of those
what
two
year
movies.
did that show
Very
it came
true.
out? Like 2006, right?
2007.
Ghost Rider, 2007.
All right, that's a movie that like if you told me that movie came out in 97, I'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
makes
seems like
sense.
it, yeah,
It seemed like a 97, 98 movie.
yeah,
The fact that it came out in 2007, I was like, ooh,
right.
Yeah.
not great.
yeah. You have I can't really consider him that big of a part in this, but he was in the Grindhouse, the Werewolf Woman of the SS, which is one of
Yeah,
the trailers,
yeah.
so it's not really in that. You have Next, one of the worst piece of shit movies I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, you know how excited I was about that movie?
No, how?
I was so
Did you
excited to
watch the
see that
trailer?
movie. Yeah, and
Just
I was
looking
all
at the
like,
posters, it was like that looks awful.
yeah, it was real bad, but also Jessica Biel was in that, so
Yeah.
kind of hopes.
And then you have him come back for the sequel of National Treasure, Book of
I
Secrets,
enjoyed.
which again, not my favorites, but I would clearly say not a terrible movie.
Yeah,
They're enjoyable. I could watch them if I had to.
yeah.
I wouldn't fucking do it. Then you have Bangkok Dangerous, terrible fucking movie.
It's like I didn't even really like the original that much.
No, not at all. And this one was so fucking bad. And then you have Knowing, terrible fucking movie.
Yeah, I never even saw that one.
He did a voice in G-Force, I don't count that. He did a voice in Astro Boy, don't count that. Bad Lieutenant, actually a really good movie.
The Nick Cage one?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Not great, but not a terrible movie.
All right.
You have Kick-Ass, like we said, good.
Yep.
Sorcerer's Apprentice, I fucking love that
Which
movie.
was a
I really
good
like
movie.
that movie too.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Nobody else did.
Yeah. It's
was
one of those
good.
things like it should have been way bigger than it was.
Yeah.
Like it was so
We had
good.
to like at some point I'm gonna go back and look at like what came out around that and see if it was just a victim of like bad timing. But
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed that movie a lot.
I
I
enjoyed
thought
it.
his character was super fun.
Yeah. And then to round out just we already talked about some of these other ones, but Season of the Witch, terrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like that run of those, like I said, it just sprinkles in decent movies in this fucking puddle of garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's that right there should like those. I literally went over 5 years of movies, and in those those 5 years he made like 15 movies, but like majority of those are fucking trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I mean to make that many movies in a short amount of time, and most of them be pretty fucking terrible. But that's Nick Cage. So if we had to boil down 5, let's do that. So five of his best movies. So we have The Rock.
Yes.
We said Con Air, right?
We didn't say it, but yes.
So Con Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face Off obviously is in there.
I actually don't put Face Off in.
Okay, so leave
Yeah,
Face Off off.
It'd be easy to drop that off because there's other movies in here that I'd rather. There honestly are other movies of his on here that I'd rather watch.
Because I would say Raising Arizona would
Definitely.
be on there. Leaving Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
So what would be the 5th one? Have you seen either of those, by the way?
No, I don't
Okay.
think I have. But even so, I still like Drive Angry or Sorcerer's Apprentice. You could probably even throw
I mean, I'll throw the first National Treasure in there.
National Treasure in there, definitely.
All right, so if we took off, I won't give up Raising Arizona. I'll
Okay.
give you Leaving Las Vegas. I'll drop that off.
Okay.
So if we did, The Rock, Con Air, Raising Arizona. I'll say Drive Angry because I prefer that over most everything else,
Right.
and we'll say National Treasure.
Yeah.
We go to those 5.
Yeah.
I'm giving Mike a second to write down our notes.
Try to abbreviate stuff. My phone's like, no.
Did you mean this? You're like, no, I didn't mean this. You got him?
The Rock, Con Air, Raising Arizona, National Treasure, and
Drive Angry.
Drive Angry. All right.
Okay, so now let's do the face-off. If we put those 5 against the 5, which of those collections of movies, in our opinion, just our opinion, obviously, which is a better slate of top 5 movies?
I like the Nicolas Cage ones better.
Michael?
Dude, it's weird because, like,
I'm oddly
Pulp Fiction
citing
and Get Shorty, though,
are really good. The problem with is
so good.
I'm lumping everything together, though.
And so am I, but I'm trying to, like, it's waiting because, like, Pulp Fiction and Get Shorty, I think, might be the 2 best movies out of all of them.
Of course, easily, yeah. But I'll say this: this is what I look at. If you had a choice, right? I was going to sit you down, and and you're going to have to watch one of their sets of movies, those 5 movies. Which would be more enjoyable to sit down and watch all 5 in a row? I go Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he's just much more fun to watch.
Now, those first 2 that you gave from Travolta, Get Shorty and Pulp Fiction, amazing movies. But compared to the amount of fun you'd have with the Nicolas Cage movies,
yeah,
I think I side with Nicolas Cage on that.
Yeah.
Now, we could be wrong, which we're not, but arguably could be there's some other ones you could throw in there.
But here's the thing too, like, fun, yes, I would probably lean like Rock, Con Air, Drive Angry are just crazy amounts of fun.
Yep.
But I'm also trying to think of just like fun movie is not necessarily like there's a rewatchability to fun movies that aren't with like good movies necessarily aren't. It's not really the same thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I think some of his films are better. I think they're better constructed, maybe better acted. But yeah, if we're going off of rewatchability, it'd be Nick Cage. But not as.
That's what I always go off of, though.
it's not as definite.
Yeah, it's not as like. Because I'm like struggling with it though. Because, like, again, Pulp Fiction and Get Shorty
They're tremendous.
are tremendous. And I love Michael as a movie. What hurts it is like Grease. It's like I have no rewatchability with Grease. But it's like such an iconic pop culture. It might hold the most pop culture currency out of all of them.
Other than Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Because Pulp Fiction is just ridiculous.
So if there's all right, if we're going off of fun, maybe we should have to break this up into different categories too. Because like just fun rewatchability, I'm with you. Like Nick Cage, because also more action movies, and action movies tend to be a little bit more rewatchable. But what about if you're just going like well-made, good quality movies? Like, because a lot of like movies with story and like turns and stuff like that, you don't. The second time you see,
if you're talking about more stories that are like movies that have the more possibility of winning like awards and stuff.
Okay, yeah, we
can
word it
being
like that.
Generally better movies, well-rounded movies, a more concise story, better story, deeper stories.
Yeah, exactly.
More emotional and whatnot. Definitely the John Travolta movies.
Yeah.
Yes. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Entertainment value, though.
Stuff that I would sit there and go, I love that movie and I want to watch it right now again.
Like if Michael comes on TV, I'm probably not going to be like, I'm going to sit here and watch this because I feel like crying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But if I saw Grease pop on,
he dies at the end. Now I'm bummed out.
Spoiler. But if you like, if Grease was on, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to watch Grease. It's fun. But if Con Air popped on, I'd be like, well, I know what I'm doing for the next hour and a half.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, like it's just one of those things. Like Pulp Fiction, great movie. It's one of those things where like I don't know why I can't watch that movie if I don't watch it from the beginning. I can't be halfway into Pulp Fiction, start it, and be fine. Because I know there's stuff before it that I really want to watch as part of it. And I've done that where I see it on like HBO or whatever, like, nope, flip over iTunes and watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't just like I could pick up in the middle of National Treasure and be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I could pick up in the middle of The Rock and be fine.
Yep.
I mean, Granny won't have a lot of that fucking scene chewing with Connery at the beginning, but it's okay. But it's like Pulp Fiction, I can't just start watching 45 minutes in.
No.
I mean, the last half of the
story, much more acting, driven, character driven.
Drive Angry, I could easily pop in the middle of that and be fine.
Okay, so we're in this weird spot. So I think the quality of movies are probably slightly better with Travolta.
Definitely,
yeah.
I think the rewatchability of the movies and the fun factor will go to Nick Cage.
Definitely,
so we need like a third category if we're gonna do this more often to like tie break it.
Okay.
Because if we do this again and an actor clearly wins both, it's over.
Yeah, you don't need a third category.
You don't need a third category.
We need
we need a tiebreaker here.
Okay.
Curious.
Hold on. So tiebreaker. No, because that still goes to quality of movie, though. I was gonna say who has better performances in those movies, though. But Travolta in all those movies are fucking stand out. You know what I mean?
He's really good in all those movies. I'd be more curious to see what the box office take.
Ooh, so tiebreaker would be performance.
Goes to the box office.
Okay,
add them all up.
They're roughly same time.
Yeah.
The only way that gets tricky is if
it's like
it's like like a early '90s compared to like a 2020 movie.
Have to take inflation and whatnot.
Okay, so
we usually would know most big movies. We'd be like, we know like OG Batman like performed better than this movie in 2004. You know what I mean? We'll have that kind of general. So yeah, let's.
So we have. So I'm gonna pick up the 5 Travolta. So we have Grease.
Yeah. You want to do the?
I can do the math.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull them all in here, and then I'll give Joe the numbers. So we have Grease, Pulp Fiction, Get Shorty, Michael. Where is
Basic?
Basic. All right, so those 5. Ready?
Yep.
So box office for Grease, $396 million.
396.
Are we going worldwide total?
We're doing total box office. Pulp Fiction, $213.9 million.
213.9.
Get Shorty is $115 million. Michael's $119.7 million.
Oh wow! I didn't think it did that good.
Yeah. And Basic is actually below performance, $42.8 million.
Yeah,
but that's also a hard R.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I remember that one not doing great, but I was like, "This is a good movie."
So what do we have for total for him?
So
Mike,
the total
write this down.
Is $886.7 million.
Okay.
886.
Yep. 0.7.
0.7 mil. That's for John.
All right, so we have.
I call him.
Do you?
Yeah.
So we have Raising Arizona.
It's making me nervous.
The Rock,
I don't know why.
Con Air, Face Off.
Because like The Rock is gonna fucking do numbers, dude.
And Drive Angry, right? Was our last one?
Mm-hmm.
Where is Drive Angry at?
Drive Angry is gonna be his basic. I don't think that one did the money.
Raising Arizona, $29.2 million.
Ooh, that hurts.
Ooh, that but it's also on a budget of $6 million. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a small movie.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah. The Rock, $335.1 million.
Makes up a lot.
Con Air, $224 million.
Really? That's it? I thought for sure that would be over 3.
I know, right?
Face Off, $245.7 million.
We didn't do Face Off.
Yeah, we didn't. Shit, you messed me up.
Wait, we didn't do Face Off?
No.
What was our other one? Oh, we took Face Off off. What was it? National Treasure, right?
National Treasure.
Start over again since I started entering that in.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Let me pull up National Treasure again. I don't know why I skipped over that one. We were so talking about fucking Face Off, I got excited. National Treasure. National Treasure's got to be a pretty big fucking number, right? All right, so Raising Arizona, $29.2 million. The Rock, $335.1 million. Con Air, $224 million. Drive Angry is $28.9 million out of $50 million budget, by the way. And National Treasure, $347.5 million.
Oh, I think he's gonna win.
He won $964.7.
Entertainment wins, but yes, box office will be our tiebreaker for Face Off in the future. We have to remember this.
Yeah.
So that basically does it. So our opinions.
But it's pretty close, dude.
What's the total difference? Mike has it right.
886.7 was Travolta, and then 900 and what'd you say?
I don't remember. I erased it already.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was 980 something.
Yeah,
So it was a good like 100 and something million.
Okay.
Off.
So clearly, we're entertainment wise, we weren't incorrect about it. Nicolas Cage obviously is a bigger
point.
Yeah.
pull to it, so
Yeah.
that's a good way to tie break
And
it.
action movies will do more
Yeah,
box office wise, but Grease, that longevity of Grease, man, made it real close.
yeah.
Dang, that's fun.
Well, that's fun.
That should be what our podcast is. I don't know.
Face Off.
Yeah.
Like, I say we could try to do it at least once a month if we can find a good matchup of
Just a movie that's coming out and just
Yeah.
be like, okay, there's 2 actors in it.
yeah.
Let's compare these 2 actors.
So
Good shit.
yeah. Which I'm trying to think in the near future. Well, it'd be really unfair if we did Bad Boys because like Will Smith can
Will
win
Smith would smoke him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
because
I was actually thinking about
two of
that.
those movies are with Will Smith, and so
Yeah.
Yeah,
they would
his-
negate each other. So
Yeah, and Martin Lawrence is like not a great film career.
well, because
He had low key some sneaky good stuff, but like nothing really took off.
Yeah.
well, the problem is if you do Will Smith, right, you have Aladdin, and that did $1.051 billion. So he's gonna win with
Yeah,
one
With
movie
just one movie, yeah.
because we could
Yeah,
add
we
up
can't.
all of Martin's movies.
We would have to and that's another thing where like but I don't know if Aladdin would be in his top 5 though.
It wouldn't be, but we could literally choose that one
Yeah,
movie,
and it would kind of ruin.
and we
everything.
would add up all of Martin Lawrence's movies, and he still wouldn't make $1 billion. So, I mean,
You don't think?
Honestly, though, I think that's
nothing to
gonna be
lose.
that's gonna be a very, for most actors, that's gonna be a very unique thing.
Oh, yeah,
because
for
a lot
sure.
of those movies that do $1 billion are like the Disney movies.
yeah.
So for most actors, that
And like, if we hit like weirdness where we think like the box office is too lopsided because of one thing, we'll figure something else out, or we'll grade it on a curve or something.
we'll address that when we come. to it.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll come to. I think most times we're gonna think the good and the rewatchability, the good and the fun factor will probably line up more often than not too.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
We should do a Will Smith versus somebody though. What's a good movie? It seems mean to do to Martin Lawrence
It's super mean.
because like their careers aren't exactly the best trajectory. Well, what movie has two like Will Smith and somebody in them that would be a good comparison?
The only thing, and the movie itself's not good, but the two of them would be Matt Damon. I think he's the only one that has the legs to hold up with Smith. Legend of Bag Events.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was sitting here trying to think of that. Well, the one that came to my mind for me would be him and Jeff Goldblum for Independence Day.
That's
Jeff Goldblum
just-
has some pretty big movies,
He does have some pretty big movies.
but I don't think. I mean, he
he
would
might
lose.
not have a lot of movies. That's
but
the
again,
problem.
I think good and fun will line up more often than not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to think about it and see where we land on who in the future. But that'll be it for this week's episode of Comes Naturally. We are
Joe.
Mike,
I am Cody. That's it for this week, everybody. And as usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Ooh, Tommy Lee
buy
Jones.
merch.
Oh, buy merch.
Buy merch
Buy
now.
merch. Where
Stores
can you get
up.
merch.
So I'll put the link in the description of this episode as well as all future episodes, but it'll be on the website too. So go to comesnaturally.com or comesnaturallypodcast.com because I couldn't get comesnaturally.com because it's already taken. But go there and look at our shirts and buy some baby clothes that say bad things on them.
Or a coffee mug, or
Or
a
a coffee
beanie,
mug.
or a dog
Something,
bandana.
dog
We- the
bandana.
one thing-
Buy
the-
dog bandanas. I don't
The
know.
one thing we didn't, I did not choose on anything was cell phone cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. Don't do that.
Yeah, they're all the ones that have the
They're
clear back on them.
plastic.
Yeah, they're kind of garbage.
Yeah,
But
they're
I was
not
like, you can get a baby beanie with the word cunt on it. So, I mean, it works out.
Do it.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
I was thinking when the dog bandanas, you can get one for Luke because he's kind of a cunt all the time. You know what I mean?
How dare you? But yeah,
You
it's-
say it all the time. Anyways,
How dare you be
that's
accurate?
it. Yeah, how dare you be positively accurate?